Enginerdy Show. This is Mr. Pold,
I'm St. Jimmy.
I'm DVD.
and
This
we had the dubbed DVD this week, and we did a shoddy job apparently.
we're not good at dubbing.
Dubstepping? You have to do it in steps, that's why.
Oh, our fake sponsor this week is Infinity Boars. Get your lifetime supply of pork products through our through the mail subscription service.
Do they have it in hippo bacon?
Hippo.
Yummy hippo bacon.
I prefer the maple hippo bacon milkshake.
I like to rub it on my face.
You're sick.
Alright, my belly.
Your belly.
So I was out of town last week. You may recall.
Were? No wonder it took us so long to get the thing running and everything.
So we went and visited our little sister, Shayla.
Your sister?
She's not that little. Isn't she taller than you?
About the same.
Okay.
She was, for a lot of our childhood, taller than me.
But not me.
No.
She's never taller than me either.
Well, that's because you guys are older than us. We're not twins or anything, but she's just younger than me.
Just.
2 years. And I was small for my
I'm only a
age.
third of the way through my life, so.
I'm only a tenth of the way through, so there.
Whoa. Somebody's ambitious. I was just thinking,
You put in a cybernetic body?
technically became an adult half my lifetime ago.
Wow.
I've been married more than half my life.
36.
Next year you're going to be Dennis.
Oh, I will be Dennis.
I remember when I was Dennis.
Anyways, our little sister lives by the gorge. So does that mean she's engorged?
No, it means she's gorgeous.
Oh, gorgeous. Okay.
I've
Quite
seen
more
that
flattering than engorged.
That's the gorge that Evel Knievel tried to jump over.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
Oh.
Did he go splat on the...
No, he had a parachute.
Oh.
But then the guy that...
Why is it called a parachute when there's only one?
That's a good question. I guess recently the guy that is the son of the guy that made the
Not
motorcycle
so evil, Knievel? Oh.
did the jump and
He's made it?
made it.
Rocket bike?
Rocket bike.
Rocket bike.
He wanted to show it wasn't the bike's fault,
Oh.
I guess.
They were trying
It
to
was
win the bike?
Evil's fault.
I don't know.
He's too heavy at that point.
Too many Twinkies and donuts.
Maybe.
I had a donut today. It was a maple glazed donut. Old fashioned.
I had a donut.
I
Yesterday.
had no donuts.
I'd have had a donut. I'd have had a donut.
I did a
I'd
donut
have
in
had
your
a donut.
front yard.
Just now?
Just kidding.
Whoa! That would be impressive.
It's a small yard.
Yes.
With a tree in the middle.
I did laps around your tree. Like very small laps.
Someday I need to cut down my Madrona. It's dying or dead.
That's too bad.
Yep.
Also, while I was home, I went to a college football game.
What?
It was very fun. It was quite chilly, though, because it started at 8:15 p.m. and it was
The mountains and the
in
winter.
the mid-30s when the game started.
Technically, it's still in the
time.
fall.
Okay. I didn't say winter, did I?
I did.
Oh.
I was correcting myself.
Okay.
I will technically myself.
That was almost 2 weeks ago. It was
What?
good. I was in the front row, right
Front
as close to 50-yard line as you can get,
Front row, George.
behind the visitor bench.
That's close as I've ever sat. Well, I guess I sat in the front row in the end zone at that stadium,
Oh, I've done that too.
watching Matt and Ryan
Oh,
play.
I was watching the other team. Our team.
They almost came back and won that.
Yeah. Oh, I remember that.
That's the loudest location I've ever been in.
Oh,
And yes, I've been in professional sporting venues and other college stadiums, but that right there was the loudest I've ever experienced.
the only drawback was I had to go alone.
So low.
So I guess there's two drawbacks. That wasn't too bad, actually.
Yeah, why? Knowing you, that wouldn't be a drawback.
But right behind me
Oh,
were fans of the other team, and there was this lady that yapped the entire game,
like a dog.
just constantly talking nonstop without ceasing. saying inane things.
So you've had experience with that on our commute,
Yes.
so you should be experienced in how to shut that out.
Yeah. Well,
Or is it like one of those things as soon as you hear it, you can't unhear it, and then it bothers you?
no, it's just constant, like, the inanity went from bad to worse. Now, she did admit
What was she talking about? Curious.
the game mostly,
Oh,
but
okay.
she obviously didn't have much of a clue because her team that had traveled all the way from Colorado to watch Air Force.
Colorado,
It was
that's
an Air Force game. Her team that she traveled all that distance to watch is a triple option team. So their
Yes.
offense is based on the triple option.
Was she asking them to full throw the ball?
No.
Oh.
She was, every time they threw it on an option, she would complain because their first drive ended with a fumble on one of those.
Oh, well, that's what their offense is.
Yeah. But, so they did that the whole game.
Right.
And
They
every
passed it
time
sometimes.
she would go, "Oh, don't do that! Oh, I hate it when they do that. I wish they wouldn't do that." It's like, lady, that's all they do. That's literally their entire offense.
Well, I can understand. I probably said that any number of times we had Prince as our
yeah,
offensive
the
coordinator
stupid
doing
bubble
the bubble
screen.
screens nonstop for negative yards. Well, it's like an extension of running play. Yeah, if your running play is negative.
But we're not considered a bubble screen offense.
I kind of consider this bubble screen offense.
They are a triple
Yes. Yeah.
Option.
triple option team. Finally, at one point late in the game, her husband or somebody with her was like, "Well, that's kind of mostly what they do," and she didn't get the hint. But anyways,
She just wanted to be involved.
yeah,
No, she
She's
wanted to
just
be
one of
the
those
center
people
of
whose
everything.
mouths are always running.
right.
Right.
Other than that, it was very fun. The game,
Good.
it went really fast.
Yeah, that was a short game.
Yeah.
In relation to other games.
So
So any game after our game on the station would have been happy.
yeah,
And like us, every time we turn on our game and there's still like 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
yeah. It's like you guys
On the
obviously
previous
don't know
game?
how long football games are.
It's annoying.
And then the next week, I couldn't even watch the game because it was on CBS Sports Network.
I watched it on my phone. Sitting
And-
right here.
So I listened to it.
I didn't really want to watch it bigger because of what was happening.
Yeah, we didn't
So-
play very well, but that's because we're
This
playing the
week-
same team again this week in the conference championship game at our stadium. It's like, I wish I could have gone to that. But
Yes. Tickets are cheaper for that,
yeah, it's weird because short notice, I guess.
I guess. Although there's still a lot of tickets left, so go buy tickets if you're in
Boise.
Boise.
Anyways, so my wife has a product she buys, or she bought this time.
I think my wife does too.
Advertises on the front that it's 100% vegan and gluten-free. Can you guess what this product is?
We just said it was vegans.
It's not eggs.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's
eggs.
not vegans.
I only eat vegan-fed eggs from vegan-fed chickens. That's how vegan I am.
You would think if it
I
said
only-
100% vegan, it
I
should be
only-
like made out.
Well,
people,
I eat
but-
vegans. Cows are vegan, I think.
Unless they're
Vegan
fed
is
meal,
people.
because sometimes they grind up like.
Well, that would make them not gluten free, but they're vegan at least.
No, they have like they take parts of the cow and grind it up and
That's
feed
how
it
you
to
get
the other
mad
cow.
Like
cows.
the brain. No,
Well,
only the brain.
Only the brain.
Oh.
They don't do the brain anymore.
Brain.
Any other guesses?
Let me think.
What
Water.
are we guessing? Some kind
Was
of
it
food?
Bottled water.
It actually is not a food product.
Salt.
Face cleaner.
No, it's shampoo.
Shampoo. Who cares if it's
Vegan-
gluten free?
Vegan shampoo, 100% gluten. Oh, 100% vegan.
So you can eat it?
No,
It's not saying
made
that.
from eggs or milk or meat.
Who washes their hair with eggs and meat?
Lady Gaga. Anyways,
I only
rub it on my
hair with-
face, not
with
my
hippo
hair.
bacon.
well, I was curious. I was like, well, is this supposed to be like all natural? So I look at the back, and the
Nope.
ingredients list is like half the
Sulfate,
bottle,
yeah.
and it was all long chemical names. I was like, that's an interesting selling point to say that it's vegan and gluten free.
What it's saying is
Now Nazi free.
when you go vegan, you're lacking the protein required to make strong brain connections. So you're easily fooled by bad
I
marketing.
guess they're so weak that they're like,
I can't I look at the back of the bottle.
I can't
I
turn
can't
it
turn
around.
For this action, it's too much.
Uh,
The marketer of that shampoo must think vegan and gluten-free people
They probably
are really
sell it. I mean,
gullible.
your wife bought it. Did she buy it for any particular reason?
that's not why she bought it.
See,
I always buy mine based on how nice the bottle looks.
But if I was reaching for a bottle of shampoo and it said that on it, I would not buy it. Not because I want something that has animal products in it, but I just think that's stupid marketing.
I'm always disappointed when I buy something and then I discover that it's non-GMO. It's like, whoever made this hates the environment.
So you can't buy non-GMO asparagus, not broccoli. That's what it was.
Right.
Why would I buy broccoli?
It's
Brocoli's
yummy.
good. They're little trees.
Oh, you know what's good is you bake it in butter with some Creole seasoning. So good.
And you serve it with vegan. It's really good.
Vegan.
Lean meat.
I only eat beef that's from vegan-fed cows.
It's good.
Feed the cows vegans?
Yes. You grind the vegans up. Just not the brain.
Just
No,
not
I
the
just
bread.
don't want the
No.
cow I'm eating to have eaten any eggs or milk. Oh, wait a second.
They're not drinking milk. That's okay, right? Because they're supposed to. I don't think vegans would have a problem if you were drinking human milk.
Oh, if you ever see a lady feeding her baby
Pasteurize
formula, ask her, "Oh, is your baby vegan?" Is that why it's not? That's funny.
Enginerdy Show does not condone grinding
No.
up vegans.
No vegans were injured in the making of this podcast.
They may have
At
been
least their feelings
disgusted.
That we're gonna admit.
Maybe their feelings were hurt.
Hey,
Maybe.
my hair does have celiac disease. It cannot digest gluten.
Your hair can't?
I would hope not. I
That
don't
is
think my hair
correct.
can digest anything.
That's the same with my fingernails.
No, mine are getting really long.
Well, you need to have clippers that you can use.
Well, I
Or
usually
just
cut them
peel
at
'em.
work, but I haven't gone to work
Just peel
much
'em off.
lately.
That's what I
You
do.
can only cut them at work.
No, I just normally cut
That's
them at
just
work.
the only place you can
Okay.
be annoying to somebody else.
No, I don't know I'm
Is
doing
that
it.
annoying?
Clipping your fingernails? Some
I-
people find it annoying.
I don't use like the clip, clip, clip
So-
noise ones. I
So I
use my
shouldn't be clipping my
office
toenails
scissors.
at work? Is that
You
what
use
you're saying?
scissors?
Yeah, my office scissors work really well.
Okay.
What else are you gonna use your office scissors for?
I use them to cut paper.
I do too.
When I print off comics that I want to hang up, then
That's
I
one
use them.
use of scissors.
That's the only other time I use them.
Oh.
What kind of paper are you cutting up all the time?
I print out responses to, deficiency stuff.
And you cut them up with scissors?
Cut out the response that I've typed up and stick it on there to fax.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Why are you faxing things?
Because the one department is like dinosaurs.
I had to fax a bunch of documents, and some of them didn't come through right, so they wanted me to fax those few of them that didn't come through. So I used the same fax cover sheet, and I just got a piece of paper and I cut holes out so that only the attachments that were going to come to them showed up. I used my scissors for that.
Nice. Why don't you fax them?
I worked at our place of business, and I think it was 2 years before I realized I'd been faxing stuff.
Upside down.
Faxing blank paper to people.
Oh, because you're faxing it backwards?
Yes.
Oops.
Like, that's what a little picture means.
Yeah,
I was like,
that's
I never
great,
realized
totally.
that picture actually meant something.
Oh, man.
I thought it was just telling you where the paper goes.
I hate the ones that they have you put the paper in so you can't see the
Yeah,
front.
that's what our fax machine's
No,
like.
that's...
But our
Because then you have to
copier
write
is
the
right
fax
next to it.
number on the back of the page so you know what number it's on.
And our copier that's right next to it's the
sticky notes
opposite
are
way.
for. Oh, nice.
So you gotta be careful.
We used to print our letters on letterhead,
Oh, yeah.
and so you'd have to run over to the printer, stick
Yes.
it in, and then go print
It's
real
like when I'm
quick.
trying to make labels for my folders.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. Nobody print!
I had a instructional document that the cover page of my document was printed on a thing of sticky notes, or the
Oh,
label because someone put it in there thinking, oh, there's no one printing. I'll put it in there real quick, and I just printed.
oh, that's awesome.
Parts that were missing after a while.
Because they
came
peeled off. Nice.
Wow. Fun.
Yeah,
So
it's good to have the gang back together.
this is
Finally.
my final podcast with a beard for a while.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're
I
gonna
thought you
shave?
were going to quit the
I'm
podcast.
shaving after the podcast.
I thought we should shave on the podcast.
Lots of people have thought, oh, are you shaving for No Shave November? I was like, no, I just didn't have razors at the beginning of the month. And I figured,
That's
I'll just go through November. I have no cause. I have no reason other than,
oh,
although I have a friend that really does not want me to shave.
Yes.
He's adamant. But sorry, I'm shaving.
the superhero Adam Ant.
Yes.
I thought that was a music artist.
I also grew a beard because I didn't have
Yes.
any razors, but I'm gonna probably keep it through the winter.
Oh, mine's itchy.
Oh, well,
Yeah, I shaved mine.
And my wife won't kiss me with a beard, so.
That is a bonus.
well,
Every time I shave.
that does not
Lots
affect
of
my
kisses.
beard growing.
No, I hope not.
Your wife doesn't kiss me even when I'm
I
clean
hope
shaven.
not. Better not be.
Actually, I haven't had.
Careful where you're going with this.
I've had
Keep it
my
in arm's reach.
mustache and goatee for a long time now.
A long, long time ago.
On a cherry far away.
Actually, it's right there.
Oh,
Not far away.
That's real
I can't
close.
see it.
My mustache keeps on like getting in my food,
You,
Oh, yeah.
oh, you get used to it.
like open top peanut butter and jelly.
The weirdest thing is if you, like I had a goatee for a long time, and then when I shaved it off, I was like, where'd my
You
chin
did?
go? Yeah, like 20 years ago.
I didn't see that part, I guess. This is probably the
I couldn't grow one 20 years
fifth
ago.
or sixth time I've let it get this long. One time I let it get longer and it was like curly and
Yeah.
weird.
Well, you'll probably see me with a beard through the winter.
My face will probably be cold.
Yeah.
Then you get one of those knit beards.
Yeah, that sounded really cool. And there's like a Vikings hat with horns, and then it had like a big red like braided beard that was,
Nice.
like, attached to it.
My wife showed me a video today of
Beards.
beard decorating.
I think I saw that.
It's this kit. You put like this
Like a
oil in
Christmas
your
tree?
beard, and then you can put glitter and it sticks, and then there's little clip-on ornaments. I was like, that is the stupidest thing.
Okay.
It looked dumb.
Yeah.
You won't catch me doing that garbage.
New. Garbage.
Speaking of dumb things, I'm not going to say the name of the show,
Uh-oh.
but I finished watching a show today, like I watched the last episode.
Okay.
And they...
Gilmore Girls.
No.
Oh.
But it's one of these shows that I think they expected there to be another season, but it got
Oh.
canceled.
Oh.
But my wife and I decided that we were going to just, in our minds, rewrite the last 5 minutes of the show to make it work. Because some really stupid things happened in the last 5 minutes.
Was it Seinfeld?
I'm not going to tell you.
Oh.
They knew that was ending.
I know, and they did it horribly.
Oh.
I did not like the ending of that. That was stupid.
Well, so what I would have changed is, first of all,
Lost?
one of the main characters has the bad guy, the one that's trying to destroy the world, in his gun sights.
Oh,
and
I know
he
what show
decides
you're talking
not to shoot this person to go off and rescue someone else. It takes 1 second to shoot the bad guy
I think I
and
know
then
what-
go rescue
I
somebody.
think I know what show you're talking about.
And then that person that she didn't shoot comes back in the end and ruins everything. And then the guy makes an even dumber decision to, let's see, I'm going to destroy the world to save my baby.
Oh, maybe it's not what I think it is.
We'll talk after the show.
Cheers.
Okay. Cheers. That's what I'm sure
Anyway.
I did.
As a
It
little...
was MASH, I think.
That was why I stopped watching DC Legends of Tomorrow.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, yeah.
Because
no,
every
it wasn't
time
It's like, we can't
Take
kill
care
him
of
because we don't have the knife. Well, you have him captured. You don't have to let him go. And then they finally capture him, and they, like, somebody lets him out for some stupid reason.
yeah.
It's like, lame. Stop
It's like
watching
the
it.
writers are phoning it in.
yes.
Just like this show.
Bad writing really bugs me.
Yeah.
Just because I know,
You could do a better job and get
well,
paid
just
for it.
because I know it's hard to do, but that doesn't mean you should take stupid shortcuts that don't make any sense.
Right.
Especially when you can have a show like Orville that is so well written. And it's funny, I was reading an article about Orville, and it's very different between the critics and the audience score.
Oh,
Like, I think it was an IMDb, no, Rotten Tomatoes, I think it's like in the 20s for critic score,
really?
and like 95% for the audience.
Pretentious critics much?
Well, they don't like it because it doesn't fit neatly into one category.
Right.
They don't know what it is. No, they just don't care that to
Right.
categorize it in one thing. And
And they don't care what you rate it because
They don't.
people like it.
right, that's what one of the actors was saying. He's like, yeah, critics write for a job, and audience watches
The only
like it.
problem is when the shows get canceled prematurely
because the critics,
because the critics don't like it, but the audience loves it.
or they didn't get a chance to get an audience because they put it on a
Well,
really
and-
stupid time. Or
Yeah.
Critics get cranky because they have to watch so many movies, bad and good ones,
Mm.
that I think it just turns them off and they just hate every movie, except for the super artsy-fartsy ones that no one else likes.
Hey, I like those.
Good for you. We don't all have
Yay.
to like the same thing.
you don't?
No.
Oh,
Just like I tell my friends, I can like DC and Marvel.
I like Star Trek
And Star Wars.
What?
I know.
And Firefly.
I can make every conversation turn into a Battlestar Galactica discussion.
Can you?
He just did.
Yeah,
And I don't care with the looks of people that I
my
start
favorite
doing that.
character was Colonel Ty, played by Michael Hogan,
I like Starbuck.
played by Katie Sackhoff.
Yes. I also liked the Chief.
Chief
He-
Tyrrell.
Oh, okay. I don't know that actor's name.
I don't either. There's been other things.
Michael Hogan was in the show I just recently finished watching.
Hulk Hogan
Weird.
was in a show I used to watch as a kid.
So if I would have if I would have done it differently, I would have had him kill the bad guy. They would finish doing whatever they did to save the world, and then it would be over,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone would be happy.
All you have to do is insert a time loop in it, so you jump back like the person was envisioning what was going to happen, and then
Oh,
they
there you
changed
go.
it.
They were
Envisioning that they-
napping.
Oh, that would be horrible. I hate it when that happens.
He
Or
hit his head in the graveyard.
no, what happens is they then pan to Captain Commander Riker in sickbay. They're trying to elicit an emotional response. To,
Or they pan and you see Riker in the background. You realize it's just a hologram program.
right,
yeah.
right.
I'm
Oh, yeah,
really
Enterprise?
enjoying Enterprise right now.
Spoiler alert.
Just wait till the last episode.
I'm not gonna watch it.
Oh,
Just-
okay.
You don't have to pretend like the whole show was that. It could just be them looking at that part of it at the last episode.
Yes, but they kill a main character for no reason whatsoever, and it was a chump death.
Was that what's his name?
Yes.
Spoiler alert.
You don't have to say it.
Well, it ruins it too because you know they're gonna write novels
Oh,
about the show after it, and
Yeah,
so they
I'm not
had to
gonna read
like, they had to. I read one or two, and they had to like make it so. Oh, he didn't actually die,
Oh.
or she.
Or it.
Yeah.
Oh, it was one of the Zindi insects that's genderless.
It's well, you know, they adopt one of those, and it becomes part of the crew,
Right.
and then that one dies.
And they eat it for Thanksgiving. So
So
it's like a giant crab
nice.
or lobster.
Lobster. I actually don't really care for lobster
I'm not a
too
big
much.
fan of it too much, probably.
Yeah.
Well, should we move on to
Nerdiculture.
what's it? Technology.
Techniculture.
Nerdiculture. I'm gonna start with a news
Nerdology.
story, even though I'm not I'm not a random news person.
Okay.
But I saw this today, and I just had to share it because it's kind of
Is
ridiculous.
this related to the soccer team in Brazil?
No.
Oh. So he's hired a sorcerer as well.
That
No,
was a
this
wizard.
is a
Oh,
sorcerer that was
just kidding.
hired. No money exchanged hands.
So it wasn't.
But in Indonesia, this guy shows up in this village and claims that he's a sorcerer and a powerful magician
Did he have a cell phone?
in the dark arts, and that he
Ooh.
had made himself invincible.
Was he Snape?
Did he let them test that?
He did not let them test it on himself, although he did convince several men to go through that ritual to become invincible like he was.
Well, they didn't make it.
And they survived the ritual just fine. So it's, okay, now, to prove that you're invincible, I want you to put your hands in this bath of acid. And they did, and got burned.
Ooh.
And
They didn't do the ritual right.
the sorcerer left
Obviously,
town.
the ritual didn't work for them because.
Or he's a really bad magician, or sorcerer, whatever. And he's also a really bad con man because he didn't get any money out of them.
Oh.
Maybe he just wants to hurt people.
So
Maybe he's insane.
Maybe he's a serial sorcerer.
A serial sorcerer.
some of the guys I work with are in this portable office just outside the
Right
building.
over there?
A sorcereal.
Well, from my desk, I guess it'd be that way. But
Oh.
a couple of times, somebody has just come in and said, "Hey, we got to shut down your power for a few minutes. We're changing some connections, so log out of your, turn your computers off."
hmm
I was like, we should do that. Just go to a random office and tell them that we're going to shut their power off for a few minutes
Because they don't ask for credentials.
and see how long they sit there with their computers off before they realize that nothing's
We came
gonna
into work
happen.
a Saturday after our department had moved to our new building,
Uh-huh.
and we had not gotten put on the list of people to notify. And,
Oh,
Oh.
and they shut the power off to our building
nice.
after like in a half hour after most of us had gotten there. There's like 8 of us gonna work that Saturday.
Nope.
Guess not.
Could you just go to a different office and
No.
Okay, so anyway, the realest thing I wanted to talk about for nerdiculture was, have you guys seen the new
We actually
Avengers Infinity Wars trailer?
watched it right before you got
I
here.
saw it was on your thing, so I watched it.
Oh, good,
I had
good
seen
job!
it. I'd seen it already, but Jimmy hadn't.
So I actually was the first one in my office to see it.
Whoa.
And so I told
Whoa.
the other couple nerdy people that I knew wanted to see it, and they
Ooh.
watched it too.
So a friend of mine asked a question, which then I thought, oh, it wasn't in there. Where's Captain America's shield?
Didn't it get lost
Did it get lost? In the
or
last one?
stolen or?
That seems stupid. I
Well,
don't like that.
The last one with him in it was
Was
what?
Civil War.
Civil War?
Uh-huh.
And he had it
He
in
was in-
that.
Did
But-
he?
Did it get?
Because yeah, the trailer does seem like it doesn't have it.
He's got a beard
Well, they mentioned in the shield
and
in
an eye
the
patch.
trailer.
Right.
No, they said to give
But
a
the-
shield to Winter Soldier.
Oh.
Really?
I think yeah, he said
Oh,
give
I
that man a
didn't catch
shield.
that.
And,
Oh, I thought he was
I thought
talking
they were
about Captain America.
Cap. But then he didn't have it in any of the other shots after that.
right. Which is not Captain. I don't stop changing my characters. You should not have a beard. You should have a shield.
Have
You should have some kind of red, white, and blue emblem.
you seen Thor? Both
I
of
have
you?
not yet.
I have.
Okay, I won't say anything.
You should probably watch it before you watch Infinity Wars.
Yes.
Okay.
You probably should have watched it before you watched the trailer.
Really?
Well, there's something in there might be a spoiler.
Maybe.
You
We
see
Thor-
Vision was like, looked like a man.
Yeah. So that was weird.
Was that from Thor?
No.
Oh.
It was in the trailer.
Is it
Right.
flashback?
What was that to do with
don't think
having
so.
seen
He
Thor?
wasn't ever human, was he?
in
He was a
He was
computer.
manufactured, wasn't he?
Yeah, wasn't he a,
do
Iron
you-
Man's computer program?
but he's
Jarvis?
been like that since
Jarvis?
the last Avengers.
Human?
A humanoid.
He
I know,
wasn't
but he
human.
had like human, like
Skin tone.
Caucasian colored skin.
Oh,
He was
I
about to make
figured
out with.
He
just
wasn't
was
purple
wearing
or
makeup
whatever.
or something.
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe he has the ability to change what he looks like now.
Maybe.
Maybe he had to go undercover because
Maybe it's
He
an Iron
hurt.
Man suit, but it's human flesh colored. Human flesh colored, man.
Human flesh man.
That's normal tensile strength, but it's pretty ductile.
So it looks like they're all gonna have all the characters together.
Yeah, and plus some.
Plus
Yeah,
some.
So at the end, it showed the.
I'm not familiar with the character plus some.
It's a large
he
man.
mostly does math.
He always comes to the party with one extra person.
You said plus
Plus
one. No, that's your name.
That's a great way to always have to invite somebody else with you everywhere you get invited.
Change your name to plus one.
Said plus one right on the invitation.
I don't think it's worth it.
I don't
Because
think that's worth it.
you can usually bring a plus one to most
Oh.
things without getting in trouble.
It's not worth changing your name.
I don't know. Change your name's fun.
This wasn't a plus one party. I can't believe you brought your spouse.
Well, we got married, so we're one.
No. Well, being sewn together does help.
So, which characters do you think are going to be killed off?
Spider-Man.
I don't think so.
Well,
That's one I don't think would get killed off.
It makes sense because they're
He's still
still
young.
fighting over the
rights. Oh,
So
Do you think one's gonna get killed off?
I don't know. That's what I would do. I'd kill off one of the old characters.
Spider-Man, no Superman.
That's
It's been done.
That's in DC.
Oh.
They don't have a Superman in Marvel.
Yeah, they do.
Really? Is his name Superman?
No, but he's like invincible and really strong.
But Superman's not green. And he
No, I
doesn't
think
wear
the Superman
purple
character
shorts.
would be Thor. I think the equivalent.
I've tried equivalating them, and I just don't think it's
Equivocalating.
worth it.
Batman's obviously Iron Man.
Is he?
I think Superman is equivalent to
I think Iron
the
Man
Green
is
Lantern.
the Green Arrow.
Lois Lane is Black Widow.
No,
Huh?
she's
No.
Pepper Potts.
Wait, I didn't see.
Wonder Woman is Thor.
Captain
Yeah,
America.
pretty much.
No.
Oh,
Captain America would be Cyborg.
Why?
I don't know. Because it's
You guys are
enhanced
weird.
human.
Maybe Iron Man's cyborg.
But Iron Man, all he has is the suit. So he would be
He's
Batman.
got the built-in chest thing.
Oh. So
there's a
then he would be like
physical
Aquaman.
similarity.
I don't know.
I think Aquaman's got to be Hawk.
Actually, Marvel does have a Aquaman type character in the comics, like Namor or something like that. I'm not familiar with the comics, so please correct me if I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
Not you, someone that knows.
I think Spider-Man's the Flash.
His name's actually SpongeBob.
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob's a Marvel
Batman's
character, right?
Patrick.
Patrick.
What about
Hey, SpongeBob.
Mermaid Man
Hey,
and Barnacle
Superman.
Boy?
Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. So Mermaid Man would be Batman, and Barnacle Boy would be Robin.
Oh, obviously.
Robin
yeah.
Boy.
Robin Boy.
Batman and Robin Boy.
Who's the Tick?
He's a big blue guy.
The Hulk.
Who's he equivalent to? Anyways, that's a silly conversation. What the heck?
That's what
It's
this
very
show's
silly.
about.
Oh.
Let's take it.
So
silly place.
at the end of the trailer,
I think Iron Man is like Captain Kirk. I'm just kidding.
I was thinking more like Locutus.
A Borg?
that's
That
more
one?
like Cyborg.
Oh, that's true.
No, oh no, Superman should be Captain Kirk.
No, Superman is that petulant child.
Oh, Charlie X.
Yeah. No, I was thinking another one. The one
Oh.
where he's like an alien child, so his parents show up.
Mm-hmm.
He has like
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Oh, what's his name? It's on the tip of my tongue.
that actor died recently.
Oh, did he?
Well, that actor was the best man for.
Oh, starts with a T.
Yeah. Tremaine. No,
Tremaine. Tremaine? Tremaine.
Tremaine.
I don't know.
Tremaine is the character from
This has
Flight of the Conchords.
No, that's Jermaine.
That's true. That's true.
He's a giant crab from.
That is
Boy.
not germane to this conversation. So they showed.
He was the best man to
The Rock.
Scotty's best man when we got married.
Jimmy Doohan.
The actor.
Jermaine was?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they're friends.
I don't think he's old enough.
They're friends.
I'm not
Well,
buying it.
They were on the show together.
Jimmy Doohan and Jermaine?
No.
The heck?
This is our Trek actor that played that
Tremaine.
Tremaine.
Oh. I thought you were talking about the Fly the Concords guy. I'm like, I don't think he's old enough.
That's what he could have been. He was probably the same age as Jimmy's last wife.
Anyway, what were you going
She
to
was
say,
really
St.
young.
Jimmy?
It showed the Guardians of the Galaxy
Yes,
at
it did.
the end of the trailer.
Oh, that's right.
And it showed Thor right before that.
So what do you think Rocket would be equivalent to?
Starve.
Wolverine.
Wolverine, yeah.
No, Beast.
Oh, yeah.
They're both Marvel.
Oh, well,
You know how many
I'm
YouTube
not-
shows there are about people comparing characters?
Well, now there's one
I
more.
think it's ridiculous.
At least we're not taking it seriously.
We just watched both Guardian of the Galaxies with my daughter. She hadn't seen
Is
Oh, yeah?
Star-Lord equivalent to Han Solo, you
the
think?
second
I
one.
hear Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is going to be on Netflix next month.
Oh, well, we
I
have
watched
it on
it.
Blu-ray.
I watched it. Oh, on Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
I'm part of it.
It's quite funny.
I enjoyed it. I think I like the first one better.
I'm not good at rating things.
I know. Speaking of that, I have that new movie set.
I saw that. I'm excited.
That's
When are we gonna?
Set.
What's the next
Oh, yeah.
movie?
Silver
Silver
Bullet.
Bullet, which is on that disc.
Oh, when are we gonna watch it?
I don't know.
Let's bag this and do it now. Just kidding.
All right.
And on to Technology.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Super volcanoes. Go.
Oh,
I
Super
think they're
Volcano
equivalent
is like
to,
Superman.
No, I think Thor makes volcanoes.
No, Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman volcanoes.
All right.
Pimples on Wonder Woman.
So we have like this idea of what we would do if we had an impending comet strike.
We'd
we
all
could-
die.
Die. I think it's the same thing
We
for
could
Super
like
Volcano.
launch a spaceship up and intercept it,
Same
or
thing.
move
Oh,
it,
like
or blow it up.
just send Ben
Armageddon on.
Affleck up there.
We'll put Bruce Willis in a
We should send him up there
catapult,
anyways.
launch him at the at it with like a jackhammer or something.
Jack Black hammer.
Yes. But
We should make that a Jack Black hammer. Every time he hits something, it makes a Jack Black.
sound.
Like, what sound would that be?
Like just like a clip of him.
That doesn't sound anything like him.
I don't know. He's in a band.
Yeah, and play a song from
Notorious.
yeah.
No.
Tenacious D.
Tenacious D.
Notorious
I knew it was a
D.
word
Notorious
like
Big.
that. Yeah. As soon as I said, I'm like, nope, that's a Duran Duran song.
Notorious.
Yep.
Okay. The thing is,
This podcast has gotten silly today.
yes, a super volcano is more likely to happen than
Does it mean they have
a
groceries?
comet strike.
Does the
But
Super
we
Walmart
don't
has
have a-
groceries?
Good idea of what we would do if there was an impending.
I think we wouldn't know,
eruption.
would we?
Yeah, super.
Yeah,
Volcano's like a super Walmart.
We're
Yeah,
monitoring.
It's got groceries.
We're monitoring all of them.
Didn't
But we
NASA
can't
have
tell.
a plan to like drill down there and shoot cold water in there or something?
What? It's not a good idea. We should
Well,
harness
that's what
it.
the article was talking about.
Oh, okay.
We should harness it to boil water to make steam generators.
That's a good
Like a
idea.
thermal plant.
So if
We
we,
would all die though, living where we are in Zimbabwe.
I don't know that there's any super volcanoes near Zimbabwe.
You don't think that if the Yellowstone one went, that it wouldn't take
Take out
all the population?
Africa?
Well, it would
It'd be
affect
bad.
the entire Earth,
Right.
not specifically Zimbabwe.
The
Zimbabwe's part of it.
entire Earth except for Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe.
Well, no,
Zimbabwe!
you're making it sound like Zimbabwe would be worse.
Maybe
than
we should
anywhere
actually
else.
move to Zimbabwe.
Well, they don't have the infrastructure to support survival.
Super volcanoes.
There's no groceries in Zimbabwe, that's what I'm saying. So
So it'd be
So-
like a regular volcano, not a
The
super
problem,
volcano.
if it goes off, is that it would block out the sun.
if it went off at an angle, would it speed up the rotation of the Earth and cause gravity to eat more?
It would probably
Would it shoot us toward the sun?
speeding up wouldn't cause gravity to increase. It would
It
Make
make
depends
it
on
it
mass.
decrease.
Decrease centripetal force, right?
If you're spinning faster, you would feel less gravity.
What if it explodes such that it slows us down?
then you would feel.
I don't think we'd feel
Well,
less
you
gravity.
wouldn't feel. You wouldn't be able to notice it
Because their spinning is trying to throw you away, right? So if you
Yeah.
slow down, you're not getting thrown away as fast, so you feel
would-
heavier.
right, but it's
So
so
if you speed it up,
small
then you'd go
that you
flying off.
wouldn't notice. It's this very small force.
Right.
But anyways, the problem with the supervolcano, aside from the initial, local devastation, would be it would block the sun.
Yeah, like all the grocery stores around it can't compete.
Yes.
Right.
Or I mean volcanoes.
All local volcanoes would get shut down.
Yes. Probably would. So there's.
They're all flattened. It's like, oh.
Well, they would relieve the pressure under that plate, right?
Under pressure.
So
The whole plate would sink.
the thing they were saying about the supervolcano is that the
Kryptonite effect.
magma comes from very deep down in the core.
That's where my magna comes from.
Yeah.
The bombad core.
No. Anyways, so there was talk. Somebody
Release a giant fish.
mentioned just off the cuff. Oh, we could, drill and pump water down there.
No.
And the news ran with it, and then that guy was like, "Well, I wasn't. I mean,
Let's super cook everybody that's outside with the steam.
well, you would captivate it.
Yeah, that would help.
That's what we do with steam generators all the time.
Yeah, build up pressure until what? It's not going to stay down.
No,
there.
you use it. You cycle
Use
it.
to turn it
You don't just pour water in there and close it off.
That's what I thought you were talking about.
No.
Trying to douse the
Oh.
volcano.
The ground's risen 3 feet in the last hour. I wonder what that means.
It's
No.
warm.
What they were saying was you drill and you pump water through it to cool it off, and then you drill more. Pump, keep doing that until you got
What
a
they
large
said that
area
might
cooled
set
off.
the volcano off.
I think it might.
Good. Well, the guy came out and said, this wasn't supposed to be an official NASA press release. I was just speaking off the cuff,
Well, he should learn not to do that.
We shouldn't do it at a press conference.
But in
If he was speaking into his cup, he might be some kind of secret agent.
maybe in Iceland and Italy, they do drill down into adjacent to volcanoes to get geothermal energy. So it's not that.
With those carbon nanofilaments, you can now. They're talking about sending them down into, like, almost molten Earth level.
Right, because they don't
Because-
melt.
Yeah, and they're really efficient at sending heat.
Yeah, that's.
So you can boil water at the surface, which
That would be cool.
solve all of the energy problems.
Yeah, it sounds hard.
And they're less ugly than the stupid huge windmills
I
with
like
the
the
red
windmills.
flashing lights that disturb your nighttime vista on top of the mountain.
I like seeing them. Ooh, we drove by a huge.
They're really not efficient. It's just a giant monument to inefficiency.
That's true. But we drove by a huge solar panel field on our trip. That was cool.
I think they should make tough, textured solar panels that they can just use for a roadway. How much area we're wasting by just having asphalt?
I think you would be better off just putting them on your roof. Replacing your roof
My roof?
tiles with them.
It's not where I live. I'm constantly covered in pine needles.
That's true.
Get up there every day and sweep.
Well, you'd want to remove the trees anyways for better sunlight.
Oh, right.
So, Yeah.
Well, the Madrona has to go. Not that it's blocking anything.
yeah, but it is on the south side.
Might block the road if you chop it down and it falls that way,
It
right?
would, probably.
That's the city's problem.
It's rolling out the right of way.
It came
It's
down
the
in
right
a
of way. I don't know.
windstorm. I don't know why.
I don't know where it came from.
Why it broke so straight.
It's weird though. It's kind of growing out of the base of my pine tree.
Weird. Interesting. Anyways, so they're saying probably not likely that a super volcano will go off in our lifetime, but it could happen in the future.
Okay. I'm not too concerned about it.
I think the last one that went off was like in Indonesia, like 74,000 years ago. So there's that.
Yes.
Alrighty, that's Technergy.
Thank you. Now DVD is trying to find some news stories for
I've
his
got
segment. Oh, okay.
Weirdly enough, it involves Elon Musk.
What?
What? Didn't that involve him last week?
So, am I limited to you guys putting a cap on Elon Musk stories?
No.
No, but you're...
So, Elon Musk tweeted
Oh.
out, Mars sky is the opposite of Earth. Blue sunrise and sunset, red during the day. And then he tweeted after that, "Why is there no flat Mars society?"
That's
Well, he got his response from the Flat Earth Society,
oh
which is funny. Oh, and their Twitter account's verified, by the way.
oh.
Oh,
Ours isn't.
They said, "Hi, Elon. Thanks for the question. Unlike the Earth, Mars has been observed to be round. We hope you have a fantastic day."
oh goodness!
Wow.
Oh,
Okay. Well,
I feel
There's a flat earther from California named Mike Hughes, and he intends to prove the Earth is flat by building a homemade rocket and launching himself high enough in the Earth to show that.
okay.
didn't he get shut down doing that?
Probably.
I think you should do it. That's science.
Yeah. And then there's a rapper, B.O.B.,
Bring your own beef.
who is running a
That's
GoFundMe
BYOB.
campaign to launch multiple satellites into space to prove that the Earth is flat. And-
We've launched satellites into space.
which is why the actual astronauts got
Wait.
a lot of fun with that.
How do they stay up there?
They're stuck to something.
Oh no! It hit the firmament. Now it's stuck
And
up
Neil
there.
deGrasse Tyson posted or tweeted, "A lunar eclipse flat earthers have never seen." It's a picture of the moon with like a line on it.
I love that guy.
Okay, that was good.
Good
Sorry,
job,
that might have
Neil.
been loud in my mic.
Anyway, I'm hoping Elon continues to engage these people because they have no problems responding.
That's
At least it was cheery.
Yeah.
Well, ignorance is bliss.
Yes.
That's what they say.
There's like approaching a majority of NBA players that believe the Earth is flat. That's what I've heard.
Well, the court they play on is flat.
But the ball they play with is not.
Well, maybe in the NFL it would be.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe Tom Brady plays with a flat ball. Who
Yeah.
knows?
He's just a member of the Flat Ball Society.
You can't have children.
Oh. Well then.
Whales?
Well then.
There'll be whales here. Anyway,
Isn't his wife's name Gazelle?
Giselle.
Do you think they
Giselle Bundchen?
anteloped?
I don't think so.
Oh,
Probably not.
I've been trying to make an antelope joke for so long.
Well, isn't that the opposite of eloping? So they probably
Antelope?
did.
Anteloped?
That's what I did.
Isn't that marrying
I
an
tried
ant?
to tell
No.
LG the joke about what did I used some form of antelope. I can't remember what animal I said now. Oh, it was oh shoot. This would have been funnier if I remember what it was. But
Yeah, I would.
Or,
what's the kind of car? Oh, Impala. I said,
That's not one of those the other day.
why did the Impala get married in a church? Because he can't elope. LG didn't think that was funny at all.
No, it's why did the honeydew melon not get married?
Why? Oh, because
He's
he can't elope. Okay, that makes more sense.
yeah.
Well, he
Well,
said
this is the one I
he
read
told
the
me it
other
would have
day.
made more sense if he knew that an Impala was a kind of
Oh,
animal.
there was
and
one
not
the other
just a
day. What
car.
was it? Oh, how do killer whales attack? Or something with a well-orchestrated plan.
That's good. I like it.
Anyway, and that's the news.
Jokes.
That's the Elon Musk news.
All right. If you want to support the show, go to engineerdyshow.com and click through our Amazon link to do your Christmas and other holiday shopping this year.
Yeah, if you're shopping for Hanukkah, go ahead and
Yeah.
get on Amazon.
Or Kwanzaa?
Or Kwanzaa, especially if you're getting a Kwanzaa hut.
That's not right.
not a thing?
It's a Quonset hut.
Oh, Kwanzaa hut.
It's similar.
You can celebrate Kwanzaa in a Kwanzaa hut.
Probably.
What's the other one?
Uh,
Festivus.
Festivus. I don't know if you buy gifts for that, do you?
I thought about getting a Festivus pole, but then I thought my wife might get the wrong idea. I don't want to get in trouble.
You can also get our new logo on a t-shirt through our site. Click on the shop tab in the menu. All right, our next segment is consumption.
All right. I only really watched one thing this week.
Weird.
No,
I mean,
have
well, I
questions.
watched some other stuff that
Right.
I've mentioned before that I'm still watching.
I have some questions after you talk.
I
about
watched
it.
Assassin's Creed.
The-
I've never played the video
I was
game.
going to ask that.
oh,
What did you think?
It was mostly incomprehensible.
That's what my son said. He didn't even play the video game. I enjoyed it. I thought it was great.
Have you played the game?
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. I'm like,
there's a
I
bunch
bet if
of
I
games.
played this game before, I would understand what the heck's going on.
Maybe. My son didn't.
And he plays the game?
We got out of the movie and I was like, that was great. He's like, I didn't get it.
Yeah. I mean, it was an okay movie. I expected more action scenes, but I don't know.
Hmm.
So, is there an apple in the game, or is it made up for the movie?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
It's
okay.
one of the clues you're chasing after. One of the ones I played. Assassin's Creed 2 is one of, or 3 I think is the one I played. No, 2. Can't remember one of those. It was not the original one I played.
Okay.
Well, I think I played part of the original one. And I played the one where you're actually
was cool
native
that he was being trained by his hallucinations.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like the game.
Is that like the game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oops.
Anyway.
Well, genetic hallucinations. They're not really hallucinations. They're memories.
So,
Genetic
I didn't
memories.
realize that when he's attached to that machine and acting out this
The
memories.
animus is what it's called?
Yeah. When I first said it, I thought they said enemas.
Oh, no!
What? Why do I have to go with
That's
enemas?
how you get the
The
genetic
enemas
memories
room.
out.
Oh, it sounds horrible.
The genetic memories are very deep.
Okay, but
in your large intestine.
Well, there
But-
wasn't a colony. Was
so
there?
people can
The
see,
colony?
but the people can see what is happening in the past when he's doing that. That's the thing that I can understand because it seemed like they could,
Right.
and they could hear things going on.
So some method to tie into his brain so he can see what he's experiencing.
Okay, they probably should explain that better. But
Sounds like
it
it's
was okay.
a movie just for hardcore
Could have
Creed
been.
fans.
Could be. I enjoyed it.
I don't know. I thought it was an interesting MacGuffin.
There's
with the
Was this
apple.
soundtrack done by Creed?
I was hoping.
So one of the
I
games,
actually like Creed.
one of the games you play,
Sorry.
I think, a native in the Revolutionary
care.
War times. And at one point, you get to actually in the game, you get to pilot a ship. And you have to try to shoot other ships with cannons and stuff while you're invading. It's really fun.
Interesting.
Cool.
I saw the first 17 minutes of the new Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh,
I stopped watching when they made my favorite character evil.
War.
I got
So you stopped in the second season?
Yes.
further than that, but I kind of got bored with it.
So you didn't make it to the season that has the, what do they call it? The guy with the flaming skull?
Ghost
Ghost
Rider.
Ghost Rider shows up?
Yes! Season
I
4.
didn't get that far.
He's awesome.
Season? Is it played by, what's his bucket?
No.
Snake Eyes? No. Nick Cage, for
Oh,
some
Nick
reason,
Cage.
I always think of him as Snake Eyes. I have no idea why.
Why?
I don't know.
Because he was in a
That's
movie
weird.
called Snake Eyes.
I watched G.I. Joe recently.
Was he?
Yes.
Is that where he got it from?
Yes. You guys are retarded.
I was from Las Vegas.
There's several actors that I cannot think of their name, and so I have some nickname in my head for them.
That's weird.
Oh,
Oh,
that's why.
yeah. That's why I think of Snake Eyes when I think of Nicolas Cage.
Well,
I thought
look
you
at
were
those
talking about
eyes.
G.I. Joe guy. Look at the lapels.
Anyways,
Anyway, I
Oh,
guess
what do you watch, Jimmy?
I'll finish mine. That's mine.
I saw Justice League.
Ah.
I haven't seen it yet.
It would have been helpful
I has a set.
had I seen Batman versus Superman.
Yes.
That would be helpful. Did you see Wonder
But
Woman?
I did see Wonder Woman. I knew kind of what happened in Batman versus Superman,
Yeah.
but my wife had no idea.
Oh.
So when they start and they're
And
talking about
Superman's dead?
Superman being dead, she was like, "What?" She looks at me and I'm like, "Oh yeah, in Batman versus Superman, Superman dies." It's like, "Oh, okay." So, yeah, the movie, it was good. The beginning seemed really disjointed, but
Yeah.
once it got going,
But you kind of expect that when you're introducing a bunch of characters.
yeah. And the ending was a little weak, I thought, but overall pretty good. There was It's got that DC problem though, like the emotion that you feel like you're supposed to be feeling. I just don't like. It doesn't hit solid like Marvel movies do.
So it's like
It
Transformers.
hit me pretty solid when I was watching. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is so cool.
Solid.
But I liked it. There were some funny moments that were really good.
So
and
should I watch that one or Thor?
Thor
Both.
simultaneously.
No, not at the same time.
Watch Thor. If you're gonna watch one,
Okay.
I watched The Kingsman, The
I
Secret
liked
Service.
that movie.
It
First
was.
one? I haven't seen the second one yet.
I heard the second one was bad, but this one, it was pretty good. It's about a kid, and he's training to become one of the Kingsmen. It's like a spy agency that's outside of any government, apparently. A lot of it was just like the movie The Recruit with Al Pacino and Colin Farrell.
Okay.
Like, almost exactly the same. Yeah, that one. But
So we should watch them back to back and track the.
you would
plot
notice some equivalent, almost identical plot points and stuff.
points.
But
The only thing my wife didn't like was the accent that the main villain had.
I'm trying to think.
Was it an outrageous French accent?
No, it was
Oh.
not.
Now
He had a
go
lisp.
away, Rachel. Don't you? Oh yeah, it was Samuel L. Jackson. I thought that was really good acting.
I liked his character.
Yeah.
I liked all the characters in it.
Yeah.
It was really good. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, it was good. I might check out the second one.
I can't imagine The Recruit is that outlandish, though, with its action.
No, it's not. But I'm not saying the action was
Oh, okay.
similar. I'm just saying.
Well, it's Pygmalion, right?
What does that mean?
I prefer Hippo Million.
It's a book about a guy that takes a girl out of the gutter and teaches her to be a
Street cleaner.
no, like a lady to prove that you could
Oh,
teach a lower class person to be higher class.
Oh, I don't know.
Like-
okay. For example,
I think that's right. You guys have me doubting myself.
they
now.
have
I
a
don't
scene where one of their tests is that they get kidnapped. They don't know whether it's real or not, and they're kind of like tortured into revealing who they're working for. And to pass the test, you have to basically
not wet yourself.
not give up your
Employer.
It's called
employer.
torture. It's like common.
But the scene, it was so similar, the scenario,
Oh, okay.
not with the train necessarily, but with them getting kidnapped and taken and separated. And,
Oh,
and then,
did you watch these back to back, or did you
no,
read
I haven't
about
seen
this?
The Recruit in a long time.
So how did you remember that they were similar?
I just remember things.
Weird.
What?
Like, I remember movies that
I
I've
have to
seen
see a
years ago.
movie at least 3 or 4 times before I can remember it.
Well, I've seen The Recruit at least a couple times.
What? Oh, Wikipedia's asking for money again.
Anyways, it was good, and we finished the final season of Salem, season 3, and it was pretty good. I like
Would you
it.
say it's bewitching?
I liked the way it ended. There was one character I was like, oh, that's not a good ending for him, but it kind of, it's like when they kill a character to show how real things are,
Uh-huh.
but they do it right.
Yeah.
He didn't die, but, well, maybe.
Yeah, Pygmalion is a George Bernard Shaw play based on a.
Okay.
So I was not incorrect.
Based on a
Well,
Well,
it's named
the-
after a Greek, like.
that
The
wins $1 million.
Recruit doesn't have to do with his social class like it did in the Kingsman. So,
which is similar to I think My Fair Lady. I think is another similar.
You've
Oh,
gone
Who
God.
are
off
you?
the track.
What is wrong with you guys?
What's wrong with you?
All right.
So-
What's your consumption,
society.
Unity?
So I watched Tomorrow Never Dies.
He watched Sense and Sensibility.
James Bond?
You guys didn't have to read.
No,
Not those.
I didn't learn how to read.
So it's a James Bond movie with that one guy,
Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce Brosnan.
Oh yeah.
He's a pretty good James Bond. He's way.
Yeah.
He's a lot more punny than.
Especially when the
Yeah.
volcano blows up. Oh, that may have been a different movie.
Oh, that was this one.
Dante's Peak.
This one, there was a
Yeah.
news organization that was controlling, like causing the news to happen.
Oh,
So
Right.
they'd have the
So they could get the scoop.
right. And there was like a stealth
It's like the
boat.
fireman
Yeah.
that starts fires.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
serial killer that solves
cereal.
murders. No, the
The
Right,
detective that
And it had
is
Lois Lane in
the
it.
serial killer.
yes, that's what I meant. Has Lois Lane in it?
Yeah, from
Oh God. From Lois and Clark.
yes, Lois and Clark.
Oh,
Terry Hatcher.
Terry Hatcher.
Yes, she dies.
Oh.
Spoiler alert.
All the time.
I noticed that happens a lot in James Bond. The first possible of interest you discover she was killed. Makes James mad apparently,
Yeah, it
and then
would.
kills more people.
I mean, you mean it makes him perturbed?
Yes.
Slightly flat.
I don't
Yes.
want to have you guys try to correct my grammar with highfalutin talk. When you guys learn the Pygmalion.
You made that up.
I
did
prefer
not.
Pygmalion.
Ah.
I don't like pork that well. I prefer beef million.
Hippomillion. Oh yeah.
All right. I watched Beastmaster in the entirety.
Yeah, you were watching that when I got here
It was awesome.
the other Sunday, last
It's
Sunday.
so good.
Who's the main actor in that?
He's the guy that played in V, I think.
Kodo and Podo.
Have you guys heard of that?
D? Yeah, but I
Like
haven't
the
seen
original one?
Yeah, the original one.
Oh, I don't remember the characters
think.
or actors in that.
He just looked like that guy. Well, I can't remember his name. Blonde guy.
The
Yeah,
one where the
ferrets.
lizard people are disguised as humans.
What?
B.
it. Mark
Oh, yes.
Singer as
Yeah, Mark
Dar.
Singer. There you go. Dar.
Oh, Rip Thorne's in it.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, he is in it. He's a bad guy. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I think as a kid, I'd only seen from a certain point on, so I didn't
Oh.
realize that he's the king's son.
Hmm.
Anyways, it's
Which
good. Check it
format
out.
did you watch it on?
I watched it on Amazon Prime.
Oh,
It's
okay.
on Amazon Prime right now.
Oh.
Is that a TV show?
TV series?
What?
Alright, we gotta
Stop
look at
ruining my
this.
stuff.
So it holds up?
It's a
I thought it held up really well. It's got a
Canadian
good plot. It's got-
American Australian TV
The
series
acting, a couple spots were like not very good, but
from
the action was good. I
1999
liked
to
it.
2002.
It's got those creepy like bat guys that like grab you with their like leathery skin arms and then
Mm.
like
The wings?
digest you or something. Yeah.
That's the movie that Adam Carolla always talks about. The guys in the gimp suits.
Yeah. Totally.
So you didn't watch Beastmaster the series in 1999?
I did not. I didn't know that was a thing.
It was a Canadian American Australian television series.
How would you have watched that here in the States in '99?
Well,
TV.
it has American in the title.
Oh. Not where I was.
Oh, he read it as Canadian American.
Yeah, that's what I read. They try to be Canadian or Americans all the time.
It's
Technically,
out on
it is.
DVD
Is it?
since 2010.
The show it went 3 seasons.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
Oh, you could get the complete collection in 2008.
I'm surprised it. I mean, it probably didn't compete very well with Hercules, with that one guy.
Yeah.
He's really cool. I've actually saw an interview with him recently. He's a great guy.
Sorbo?
Yeah,
Kevin
Kevin
Sorbo?
Sorbo. Yeah,
Was that Hercules or was that?
Yeah, he was
I thought it was Tom Servo.
he told a story. I was watching him being interviewed recently. He told a story with all the people that are sexually assaulting or whatever going on in the news right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Versace. He met Versace on something.
What was Hercules?
And I think he was modeling at the time. And apparently Versace was coming on to him pretty hard.
That was on
I thought it
Adam
was funny.
Carolla. I heard that.
I think I listened on Crowder.
Oh.
Probably told the same story, I'd imagine.
Probably.
Yeah, it was Hercules.
Yeah, I remember that now.
That was a good show. I watched that show. Not recently, though. And then, because of Poland, I watched Brian Regan, Nunchucks, and Flamethrowers.
Yeah.
I actually enjoyed the first couple jokes because sometimes I have that problem with the waistband of my underwear.
I just figure
looking
I'm
over.
not fat enough for that to
I
ever
don't
happen
feel like
to
I'm fat.
me.
Maybe it's where I wear them on my body that when you bend over,
Oh.
it just causes the
Yeah, I've never had that issue.
I've never had it either.
weird.
I
did.
bend over.
So I laughed. I thought that was funny.
Oh, okay.
I thought the whole thing was funny.
That's the only part I didn't find funny because it didn't.
He's
I
kind of a
didn't
weird looking
relate to it.
guy.
He is really strange,
Brian Regan.
and he like wanders all over the stage.
Yeah, he's built
He's a
kind of
wanderer.
weird. He's a walker?
A wanderer.
Oh.
He said.
So is this like a comedy special?
Yes.
Oh, they should make a spin-off combination of Walking Dead and Walker, Texas Ranger.
Hmm.
Walker,
walkers.
Texas zombie.
Yeah. Pretty good. A zombie that knows
I'm
it's
tired of
crying.
zombies.
He's funny.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
Then... Oh, I finished Wanted Season 1.
Oh.
There's about two
Is that
women
what
that
you wanted
share
to
a
do?
bus stop and they get kidnapped in relation, or there's like a drug bust that goes bad and they get kidnapped. And then they're running from the bad guys and the police because there's corrupt police.
Oh.
This takes place in Australia and they become friends.
How'd you watch it here?
They're friends.
In modern times, you can watch things from
No.
overseas,
Oh.
which I should have talked about in my rant, but I'll put it in here because it's part of something I tried to watch. I saw something that was rated really good on Amazon. It was called I Am Dragon or something.
Okay.
It's like a dragon movie. I was going to watch it while Minecrafting, and I started it, and then immediately I was in trouble when there was Cyrillic writing. I was like, oh, great.
But
But it got like 4.5 stars.
it was.
It was subtitled in Russian. And it's hard to Minecraft and read a movie.
Right.
Yeah.
So I stopped it and I'll watch it later. That's the second time this happened to me with... I think I actually watched the other one. There's a vampire movie that was a Russian movie that I didn't get. I kind of got the gist of the movie by watching what I did, but I didn't read a lot of the subtitles. Plus, they're talking really fast in the subtitles. It does it pretty before you get to all of them.
Put it on slow-mo.
I could do that, I guess. And then last night I watched Airplane,
Oh, nice.
which is
Classic.
so good.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's so funny. But I get that mixed up with Airplane 2 because they reuse some of the scenes. I
Oh,
think
yeah.
Oh,
A lot
there's
of jokes.
flashback and
They're remaking it with a woman cast.
they called Her Plane.
Yeah.
And instead of Bill Shatner showing up, it's
Catherine
Catherine
Janeway.
Janeway.
When did Bill Shatner show up?
In
2?
Airplane 2.
Oh, I was talking Airplane 1.
I know.
Robert Stack.
Well, we're making things up, so
I think it's.
Well,
I
you
think
can
it's
make a
very
pad
funny.
out of it.
you have that famous WNBA player as one of the
Yeah,
pilots.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Karen Abdul-Jabbar.
Kareem.
I
Oh,
know.
Karen.
We're talking about our
Making a
her
female
plane.
version. Her
with that
plane.
famous WNBA.
So tell me, Wendy, have you ever
Eris
been to a
plane.
Turkish prison?
Instead of airplane, it would be Eris plane. You know,
Oh,
make it feminine.
I was thinking Her Plane, but one of my favorite scenes though is when the stewardess is having problems talking to these two gentlemen on the planes. They're
Oh, yeah.
speaking jive.
And
then
Leave It to
Leave It to
Beaver's
Beaver's mom shows up and she
Yeah.
speaks jive. Very
Yes.
funny.
yeah,
It's good. That's my kind of comedy right there.
yeah,
I love that comedy.
it's funny. I can't do it anymore.
The
Not politically
running joke,
correct.
the whole thing where it starts with that picked the wrong time to quit smoking.
Right.
And ends up I
picked
picked the wrong time to stop sniffing glue. They're coming right at us when he jumps out of the tower. I like that actor. He's hilarious.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, most of the actors in that movie, all the really good ones, are dead.
Mm.
Leslie Nielsen, Robert Stack, they're all gone.
Yeah.
The
On that
Flamboyant
note,
dude.
should we do nerd?
Let's do it.
Okay, so I've got a couple nerd creds. So
Okay.
I drew a picture.
I was coming up with jokes the other day,
These are the jokes.
and I was not getting any response. So I texted
Wrong
one of the
audience.
jokes to DVD, knowing that he would laugh.
But part of the laugh was also, I was like, why is he texting this? This is weird.
And then I texted the punchline, and it all made sense. No?
Yeah, I
Oh.
guess.
You
I
said
was
you
like-
laughed.
Yeah, not many. I was like, not many people would get this joke because it's
Right.
in living color related and
Yes.
one of our
And
favorite
I've got
skits.
some
David Wayne.
one of my kids' nerd creds, which rubs off on me. She's starting a Quidditch team for the county.
She's starting
Nice.
it?
Yes.
Oh, I thought she
She's
just
organizing
discovered
it.
one. That,
No, she's organizing it.
Is there a league?
Not yet.
Do you have to scrimmage each other?
I
I know
don't
my son
know.
and one of his friends that they join.
But she said
So I guess that's
open
my nerd cred.
practice on Saturday. So
Wow.
This Saturday?
yeah.
Where?
There's got to be other
she's left
teams
an
in the
address.
area, right?
I don't know.
We should go play.
She said
Enginerdy Show.
there's none in
Represent.
our county.
Oh, it's not our county?
No, there's none in our county right now.
So I know my alma mater has one.
Yeah.
They've actually been nationally ranked.
I don't know how you spell Quidditch.
I don't know either.
That one.
Well, obviously the automatic.
Hey, Emerald City Animals Quidditch.
Oh, so that'd
They're
be
from Emerald
Oz.
City. Yeah, Wizard of Oz. They're science fiction mixed
So it
up.
looks like there's some in the large metropolitan area near
A
us.
mix
Is
of
Wizard of Oz
rugby,
science fiction?
Soccer, dodgeball,
What?
flag football, and
Is there a
more.
Wizard of Oz science fiction?
Ooh, it's gender mixed.
No.
Yeah, no.
It's weird.
Fantasy.
I believe it's called historical fiction because Kansas is a real place.
Richard Sherman, the
Really?
Seahawks Quidditch team?
That does not surprise me.
Kind of surprises me.
Dressed up as
You
Harry
know,
Potter for his
Richard
press
Sherman's a
conference.
huge nerd, right?
Oh, I didn't know that part of them.
Oh,
I just
yeah,
knew him
he's a
as an
huge
outspoken-
Harry Potter
Harry Potter
Potter
mouth.
nerd.
Wow. That's how you really feel about Richard Sherman.
You are
Harry
a huge
Potter dude.
nerd.
You're my favorite
Whoa.
Harry Potter dude. Richard.
Oh, Richard!
That explains why he got hurt.
Because he was playing Quidditch?
Yeah,
In the
he should do
nude.
that.
While going
He
potty.
was actually injured during the game.
Is that his broom? Oh no, it's not.
Was he
Oh,
riding a broom though?
It just looked like he was.
I'm going to say sorry, Mom, on your behalf right now.
You were saying potty.
I was getting my words stumbling, okay?
I never do that.
Yeah, right.
I do that all the time.
Anyway, that's
Uh,
my nerd cred. What about you guys?
My son is going to join yours.
My daughter's Quidditch team.
Scripts too.
That's funny. I got all the hidden objects in Vice City yesterday.
That's pretty good. Do you use a map online?
Yes,
I
you
use that
have
all the
to.
time.
Yeah.
Do you ever try to get the ones that you're not supposed to get yet because they're in another place? It's not open
Oh
yet.
well, I waited till all the islands were open.
Oh, I did
get
it
them
with-
all the
I did it
helicopter.
without waiting.
Oh,
So as soon as you leave the island, you get like 5 stars.
oh,
It's more exciting that
yeah.
way.
Well, I was just each time I played, I would get 10, and then I'd go play for a while, so it didn't get boring. And so by the time I got to the ones on the other islands, they were open. There was one
Oh, you're talking Vice City. I was thinking.
Vice City.
I was thinking.
He was thinking Mario Kart.
I was
No,
thinking Assassin's
San
Creed.
Andreas.
Oh
actually.
no.
Like
Yeah.
with the tags and stuff you can get.
See, I don't know that there's any helicopter. Well, I know where one helicopter is on the first island in Vice City, but anyways,
I prefer Spatula City.
for all your spatula needs.
We sell spatulas.
And
that's all. We should start a TV show.
Oh, should we?
Wheel of Fish.
Red Snapper.
Today, we teach poodles how to fly.
There's a teach Chewbacca how to fly.
Supplies.
So I drew a picture. I don't know if you guys seen Donnie Darko.
Yeah.
This is my rendition of Donald Darko.
Oh, I thought it was the
Ducko.
Pharaoh Dark.
Donald Ducko. If you look at the background, I kind of sketched in the rabbit thing.
Yeah, I saw that.
You've not seen it
Mm.
probably.
I
There's
don't
a
think
sequel.
Why?
It's from like his sister's point of view. I haven't seen it.
That sounds stupid.
I haven't seen Donnie
Let's
Darko
make the
in a long
character
time.
girl.
I think I was a teenager last time I saw that.
It's weird. I've seen it once. It was odd.
It was supposed to be odd.
I think so.
Let's watch it right now.
Anyways, I was pretty impressed with my Donald Duck, at least.
Yeah, looks good.
I drew that without sketching and without tracing it. I just looked at a picture of him and drew it.
Cool. I can't do stuff like that.
I started by breaking down his bill into it's like actually a 3-hump sine wave.
Okay, that's nerd cred, all right.
I have been drawing of cubicles in our office 3-dimensionally,
Hmm.
and then making different arrangements because somebody in our group transferred to another group, which opened up the window seat, which is causing mayhem and might cause my supercube to go away.
Uh-oh.
And my good friend that shares the supercube might not be in the cube next to me anymore, which will be travesty.
What do they call that
Pretty
when
rough.
something opens up and then
There's
somebody
a
else
battle
moves
for it.
there and then another one?
Oh, it's like
takes
one of
that
those
spot?
tile games.
Seems like there's a term for that, but I can't think of what it is.
Pygmalion.
Dominoes?
It's duck
See, I
billion.
can do it too.
Don't actually say that it means something.
Duck billion.
No, that's not something.
It's pig billiards.
Wow. Low class.
I'm bored of that game. Oh, let's not start that again.
Now go where I shall taunt you a second time.
I'm about to buy Star Wars tickets. Have you guys got yours yet?
No.
You should watch at the same time.
When's
we do.
it coming out on video?
So I read a news story that what's her name that plays Rey?
Yes.
She's only planning on being part of Star Trek, Star Wars until
Another
episode
character
9
gets
done.
killed off.
So just this trilogy.
Oh, okay.
I was like, that's not really big news.
Is
And
there
then she's gonna retire.
Is there other things they wanted her to be in? Okay.
They're doing
They
other
wanted her
shows,
in
but I
the
thought they
Han
were,
Solo movie.
yeah, that's like a solo movie though about him only.
Oh, what about that? What was that? Tatooine Squares, where they have the celebrities in the squares. She was going to be in the middle one.
Oh, she's gonna be the Whoopi Goldberg show.
Yeah, she's the Whoopi Goldberg of Tatooine. Anyways,
What's that thing where you have like a bunch of stuff set up that sets off the next thing?
Pygmalion. It's a Rube Goldberg device.
So it would be a Whoopi Goldberg device.
It involves a whoopee cushion.
She doesn't seem Jewish.
Okay, so for feedback, we got like on our Pinterest board
Yeah!
from
Ow!
Craig Bird.
Should celebrate like that
Punching the
here.
ceiling.
So thanks, Craig, for liking our G.I.
Is
Joe
he related
poster.
to Brad Bird?
I need to get on there and
Ray
print some more stuff.
Bradbury? Oh no, it's Bradbury.
Bradbury eggs?
We tried to get on there without you, but we couldn't get it.
Oh, I have to get it.
And I had a conversation with Neil on Twitter about our show not being uploaded
Oh no.
because the website. So it is on our website, but it didn't go out to iTunes
Wow,
and
yeah,
Stitcher because the site I used
Right.
for that was down all week and still down.
Oh man.
It's almost like we don't have enough money to have professional stuff. Like our own server.
Yeah, well, if you want to support the show,
Yeah, we could get,
go to
should get a
engineerdyshow.com,
Patreon.
and I think you need to have a few more fans to do something like that. Anyways, if people want to support us, they can. They can just do their Amazon
start
shopping
lifting weights now because we're heavy.
by clicking through our website. See, the thing is, I don't know if that works in other countries.
Working out? I'm sure that
No,
works
going
everywhere.
through our
We should
Amazon
ask
link.
Neil and Rob if it does.
Does it?
Good. that sounds difficult.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just
Especially since they can't listen to our show right now unless they go to our website.
Or, well,
we can't
apparently
transcribe
YouTube
it
hasn't
on
been working
Facebook.
either.
And YouTube's not working.
We could transcribe it on Facebook.
The
No,
whole
thank
show.
you. Have
Good
you ever
luck.
tried transcribing a podcast?
No.
Don't try it. It's ridiculous.
Oh, I wrote a new story.
Did.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a short.
Was it 50,000 words long?
No.
Oh,
It's like 2 pages.
Psychological comedy.
that'd be impressive if you could fit 50,000 words on 2 pages.
Really small. Like when we wrote those 3x5 cards for
Yes,
chemistry
the chemistry.
test.
You could bring one
can
3x5 card
we
in.
put
Alright,
it
I'm
up.
transcribing the whole text.
I also
No,
bring
because
in a
we
magnifying
discovered
glass.
that the final exam, all the test questions were pulled from the practice questions. So if you did the
Oh.
practice test enough times, you could get every single question that was possible.
And then if you just
Ah.
write keywords, you can
Ah.
get
And
all
then you
of
get
them
done with your
onto one
test in
card.
5 minutes. And then everyone's really confused. And they get up and leave.
And you're like, aced it. And that's how I passed chemistry.
Wow.
Unfortunately, I had to take chemistry second semester, which wasn't the
No.
same.
I didn't.
It was taught by Grimace.
I think
Was
I
it-
only got a B in chemistry.
Dr.
I'm
Grimace?
sorry. If you want to contact us, send an email to engineerdyshow@gmail.com. You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter. We're at Enginerdy Show. And listen, go to our website, engineerdyshow.com, where you can support us by clicking through to Amazon. See, the first person that I saw with an Amazon click-through was Basic Instructions.
Oh.
And he had a US and a UK one.
Oh.
So I was like,
And does he have a Zimbabwean one?
I don't think so. But I was wondering if it would work if they had that figured out. Like, is there an Amazon UK or
I don't know.
Britazon?
Oh, one more nerd thread. I'm building the Statue of Liberty in Minecraft.
Didn't you already tell us that?
I don't know.
I think you told us last week.
Amazon.co.uk.
What?
I don't think I'm an associate, whatever, there.
What?
Ooh.
My wife, don't tell her.
Ooh, Christmassy.
What does it do?
It's like a thing except that
That's
things.
video.
Anyways. Ooh, look, you get weird plugs with weird wrong
Weird.
things.
Because you're British. Oh, they can buy cars with the wheel on the wrong side?
Ooh, my wife thinks she saw one of those today on the road in
Cool.
our town. She's
Wow.
like,
They have those.
I think that guy was driving on the wrong side of the car.
I think that's how you should say that.
Anyways, thank you for listening this week. Stay nerdy.
Live long and nerdy.
You have been and always shall be, my nerds.